Okay, Gemini, this is a reading for you for the month of November 2023. So, whatever is currently coming in, and I believe things come in from different angles, so you're always making different decisions. So, whoever this resonates for, this may be the current energy, this may be a little further out, but either way, if it speaks to you, it speaks to you. So, what I'm looking at with the Seven of Pentacles is sorry, having real problems with my throat dry today. One sec here. Okay, so when I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Cups, there's been an emotional letdown of some sort here. So I feel like you're feeling some sense of emotional loss, that you have to kind of rebuild something here in regards to, something that maybe you were continuing to build, but it just is, it's a little bit of a loss, or you're mourning some kind of a loss, or there's a setback here. But it is encouraging you just to let you know that there is still something to work with. When you look at the Seven of Pentacles, there is definitely something to work with that you're building on. You've got many other things that are set up to grow here, but there has been some kind of something that's taken aback, that kind of thing. So there's been some kind of emotional loss with the Five of Cups. What I would say there is, as well, is you're continuing to grow something, but because the Seven of Pentacles definitely is having your hands in a lot of different things. There's a lot of hard work still yet to go, but you're kind of redefining progress and what you consider markers of success and how you measure things out. There is something here that speaks to being a little bit impatient, but it's almost like you get excited about something and then you have to stop and think, oh, wait a minute. So there's something here along that line. There's also something here about changing your perspective. There's been something that has been kind of a finality, because I did pull other cards over here on the side as well, which I'll get to with the Ten of Swords. So there's been some kind of conflict or something here that has been very hard. It's a very hard loss or very hard change of some sort. But either way, there is going to be a change in a direction here because of the Fool as well as that Seven of Pentacles. I just feel like you're redefining what progress is to you. You're redefining personal achievements. You're redefining a lot of different things here and sort of evaluating what it is that you're going to be going forward with. The Fool energy, of course, is about a new beginning and potential in some area, and it seems like you were on this journey, perhaps in this new way, but then you had to kind of stop and take a look, because there's something here that you're kind of curious about here with the Page of Wands. You're curious about something, you're excited about something, there's a new territory, there's something about kind of letting go of an expectation, but at the same time you're not really sure about something, because the Page of Wands is, I'm ready to move ahead, but then something changed. And it's almost like you are ready for a new adventure, but then there's also something here that says, now what do I do? Now I'm feeling a little bit more disheartened, but yet still excited. And yet, it's almost like there's something to work toward, but yet it's almost like there's a pause in the mix, something that is pulling everything back, whatever those energetic possibilities might be for you. So again, there is some kind of a loss emotionally, something that you recognize, as kind of putting you into a pattern of pause. You're stepping back to reflect here. Of course, it's not any cards here that indicate don't give up. It's cards of a loss where you continue to grow and make progress, because there is more planning. There's a new adventure. There's new things that are coming here. But again, because there's been some kind of a cycle that, I hate to say, but the Ten of Swords is bringing in the Tower. And if you haven't already experienced the Tower, I feel like that might be something that is a part of what's happening here, because there's a lot of conflict that's coming in here in the month of November. So whatever that means to you, like I said, the Ten of Swords is still a card of an ending of a situation that's been a hard one. and it's finished. But at the same token, the tower is kind of off-putting, throws you into something that's a bit of a surprise here. So that's where I see there's a bit of a situation where you need to adjust yourself. You need to adjust with the hangman how to deal with the situation. Again, this can be a painful end, a loss, betrayal, whatever that is for you. It's all going to be different for each of you. And there is still a new beginning here. But there is also something here about a dark time, a painful phase in your life. It's something here that speaks to the new beginning is on the horizon, and it's coming, but you are needing to shift your perspective to adjust for this tower moment, adjust for this end of life or end of something. But have faith that things are going to continue to grow, because the Hangman, the Seven of Pentacles, they're all cards of pause, shifting to adjust, seeking support might be a part of it here, but I kind of feel right now that's not where you're at. But it's not the end. It's just suggesting that you are acknowledging what's happening, but you're kind of in a space of Nine of Wands is, I'm defensive, I'm guarded, I'm persevering, I'm exhausted. It's kind of a last stand. I don't have a lot of energy left. I'm protecting my boundaries. I just want to maintain some kind of peace. I'm guarding my peace. I'm thinking about how to kind of reestablish or reconnect, and I'm going through a lot of life lessons, in my head here. There's some scars because of that. I'm dealing with some challenges, is really what I see there. We also have the Chariot, and so it could be travel by car, but there's going to be some challenges around it if that's the case. The Chariot does speak to, having the energy of wanting to pursue something and kind of get something done. But there's also that energy, like I'm determined, I'm focused, I'm moving in a certain direction. But with the Five of Wands, there's battles over that. There's going to be some difficulty going ahead. Because there's conflicts, there's disagreements, there's arguments here. There's things around, kind of looking at, maybe at this point, how can you find some common ground and understand others? Because there's a lot of defensiveness, there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of challenge here. And like I said, I feel like you want to face the conflict, but the energy of the Hangman is kind of, and the Seven of Pentacles is, remove yourself from the conflict. You know what I mean? So remove yourself from the conflict before taking action. I want you to stop and think. It's that kind of thing. And that's probably why I saw that with the Page of Wands. Stop and think before, you say something that is going to be so heated you won't be able to take it back. But there is a lot of battles here. So I would just be really careful about how you address something. Be prepared to stay neutral, is what I would say there. Because like I said, the Chariot is wanting to aggressively get in there and sort of deal with something, but you have so many other cards here of stay neutral, step back, don't let this be your war, your fight. But again, the Chariot, you want to go forward, you want to be, but again, it's control what you say, because there's a lot of challenges around you right now in the month of November. I also feel like that combination speaks to, maybe I should just pull one more card to see if you really overcome this conflict, because it's like there's a sense of wanting to remain in control. Okay, well, the cards that came out were the Six of Swords as well as the Three of Pentacles. So you're kind of transiting away from that and working together with others. But what is the outcome of all of the animosity and the Tower moment? Okay, it's more fives. There's some harsh words. There's going to be some real challenge here on a lot of levels. Communication is, we are very defensive, very guarded. What is the Five of Swords? What is the Five of Swords? And What is the outcome of all those challenges? Lots of defensive,ness, lots of guarded energy here. It's still around you. Eight of Swords is, of course, that energy of you sabotaging yourself with the things that you say. You still are, holding up, holding the higher ground in the situation, but it's almost barely. Because like I said, the Eight of Swords is feeling like you're being victimized, like you're trapped in something, like there's self-sabotage, there's a restriction, suffocating kind of isolation, feeling alone, something that is putting you in a sense of, losing your power in some way. You feel like you're not able to kind of, enjoy yourself here. It's like you're feeling like you can't move ahead. You can't advance. The Seven of Wands, like I said, is still kind of maintaining an upper hand in a situation, but it's not coming without a price. You're taking a stand. You're really saying, hey, this is my position. Don't get in my face or whatever it is there, but you're feeling attacked in some way. And there's kind of a sense of, again, victimhood, feeling a little bit paranoid, feeling like you have to defend yourself in some way. And it's weighing on your endurance. But I still feel like keep going, because you want to remain objective here, most importantly, and don't waste all your time and energy on all this wounded energy. I mean, the Chariot and the Three of Pentacles is sort of the redeeming qualities here. That is the one thing here that I would say is to your advantage. That is the cards, I would say, is your something to hang on to. Like I say, the Chariot with the Three of Pentacles is definitely one of working together. You have to learn to collaborate here in this particular situation. Just because there's not, it's almost like the battles are just racing around and nobody's really making any progress. It's kind of what it feels like. It's just everybody's in each other's space. And I feel like you need to step back. It almost feels like this might be too much for you, might be too much of a war, might be too much of a drain. But yeah, Three of Pentacles, like I said, you're starting to work through whatever the situation, but it's not alone. You're having to work toward a goal, but in combination again with other people and able to upscale it in some way. The vision is there, but it needs some teamwork and structure to move it ahead, for you to enable for you to accomplish what you're looking after here. But again, the Tower and the Ten of Swords seems to be the very significant energy out there. But you need to change your perspective and able to go forward. Take this pause. Take this moment to pause. Don't rush ahead. Don't make any quick decisions. There's something here about you just kind of minding your time before you have more obstacles in your way that you can't handle. If you have too many obstacles, it can sort of paralyze us, right, with the Hangman. So it's almost like you need to kind of step back here and kind of reevaluate something before you start jumping in with a whole bunch of communication, miscommunication, that kind of thing, and aggression or assertiveness, that kind of thing, because this is you starting to feel victimized in some way. And I feel like you could accomplish some great things here, but not when you're taking on this many battles. It really slows progress down. So take a moment, focus on this energy as the main energy out, because at the end of November, there's a lot of challenges there. And really, I'll pull some other cards, in another read that will speak to advice. But right now, I feel like you need to lift some of your burdens. Don't put more on your plate than you can handle in the month of November. Just deal with one issue at a time. Remain objective. Don't get full on taking sides or, confrontational, because that's going to reflect in your inner world. And then you start to feel like a victim because you are impacted by the situation. And I feel like you need to step away from it and look at things more objectively. How do they say, not your circus, not your monkeys, that kind of thing. I wouldn't say judge a situation because it's going to burn you out. I just feel like you need to look at how you react in a situation because you are going to feel attacked in some way. And I feel like it would be in your best interest to look at the long view of a situation, endure, conserve your energy, protect yourself, do things wisely. Don't put yourself in the middle of something for people to kind of redirect it onto you or project it onto you. So I feel like you just really need to face the challenges wisely, and then eventually everybody will start to work together. That's what I have for you for the month of November. It looks like this one's going to be a bigger read, so I'm going to do more for you in the month of November, um, Gemini, because there's something here that you looks like you'll be needing to deal with. But either way, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up, and certainly step back from the situation because there's just too much here in this month that could very well deter you from a goal, hold you back, burn you out physically, play with your head, that kind of thing. Step it back, rein it way back, and really look at how to advance yourself in a position where you're feeling more positive. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Keep moving forward.